Okay, it is time for another music haul. This is for the month of August. Now, it is a bit later than I expected, but pretty much the end of August, beginning of September was kind of busy for me. So we're doing this now. Now, for some reason, I didn't get a lot of records. I got some good ones. There's a couple in here that I technically got September 1st, but I had gotten them on the end of August. So I'm gonna include them in here just because they have more in there. Now we are stacked with cassettes and CDs this time, pretty much. I'm gonna go through the cassettes first, like always, then CDs and vinyl. So first up for cassettes, this one first off, I ended up getting the whole entire lot to sell, about 250 cassettes, and it is an insane amount. And a couple of these were in here. The first two actually were in there. So the first one is the Irish Tenors. You can see that there. I just put it in my collection. I'm like, I like that. That's not too bad. Then we have Uriah Heep Anthology, which another good one by them. I thought also just the cover itself looked pretty cool. And then neither from the record store, other than the last two. Yeah, the last two will be eBay ones, but these are mainly from record store. Mainly same time too, actually. We got Sinead O'Connor's The Lion and the Cobra, which pretty decent album, but for $1 I definitely had to pick it up. Then we have one from a group called Oaks. It's an EP. It looks like it's maybe 3 tracks, but I think I picked it up for about $3-4, and it's on this cool looking orange. Does have a little crack, who cares, I'm gonna swap it anyway. But that's what it looks like. I thought pretty neat. It's from 2011, it looks like. So, old. Not old, but you know what I mean. It's not new. These next 3 are actually like Middle Eastern bootlegs, I believe. 2 of them are from one of my favorite, like, I think it's like Saudi Arabia or Middle Eastern kind of bootleg places. But the first one is Dr. Hook, it's Players in the Dark. This is on what the hell label is this? Hell if I know, it's that one. The guy that I go to, he had a ton of them come in, and they're all on this weird label. This one's IMD, and it's $79.14. And the thing is, you can barely find any info on any of these. Like, they're just hard to get in general. But I always get them for, like, I think each of these is $1 a piece. Next one is my favorite 747. They always come out with an interesting one. It's a 747 pop. It says Dr. Hook a little bit more. You can tell it has a 747 on it. They all have this weird, like, tough case, like it could cut you. And they always have 747 if it's rock, country, folk, pop, whatever. And they have a sticker on the back. Now this is a sticker label one, okay. Some of them have gotten better quality, some of them have not. So, that's what this one looks like. But it's like, I like collecting these because you're never going to find these again. And we have Dr. Hook, Sometimes You Win. Same 747. This is pop, right? Yep. I have that. Oh, they have different backs. That's interesting. I didn't notice that. Let me see, is this a sticker? Yes, it is a sticker label. Okay, I think you can tell more that it's a bootleg because of those little tabs aren't pushed in, which I believe means you can re-record on them, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull out. Yeah, because if you look on the Sinead O'Connor one, if you can see it, they're punched out. These are punched in. I don't know if I want to punch them out or not, maybe just to keep it safe, but we'll see. I just thought it was cool. I wanted to pick them up, and especially for $1 a piece, I'll just have a whole entire bootleg collection. Next, we got 2 from the late Jimmy Buffett. Now, I picked these up literally days before he passed. I was like, damn, that's weird. This one is it's Songs You Know by Heart, the greatest hits. There we go with that one. This has stuff like Cheeseburger in Paradise. Yeah, Margaritaville's on here. I was about to say, is it? Which, read these. Son of a Sailor's on here, okay. Is the Wino and I Know on here? No, it isn't. That's the Thin Mustaches. So just more of like a greatest hits stuff. I like his stuff pre-Margaritaville, honestly. Like it's more folksy type stuff. Like this album I got from him, Living and Dying in 3/4 Time. This is actually a decent album. This has the Thin Mustache song, and it has my favorite Wino and I Know on there. I thought it was cool. You can see on that one like the tabs punched out. That's what I was talking about. This next one, I paid $2 for this. Somehow this was like a miracle find, because this is worth a decent amount. This is Farm Accident. It's self-titled from 1988. Now what's weird about this, well obviously it needs a new case, because it just needs a new one, that's all. Now I picked this up for $2. It is selling or has sold on eBay for about $40 to $50. And I think that's about the average Discogs for it. I'm not 100% sure. But still, that is an insane amount for that. Now this one, I don't remember if I talked about this in the last month, because it came like July 31st. It said delivered July 31st, but I don't think I got it till August 1st. I don't remember. I'll talk about it again. If I did, oh well. This is Paddy Riley's The Town I Love So Well. This is from Ireland, 1975, on the Dolphin label. Apparently there was only a couple versions or pressings of this album released. There's, I know, one vinyl from the same year from Ireland, then this cassette, then I believe there's one that's an unofficial year, but it still is Ireland, and it's not like UK, it's literally Ireland. It means like it was pressed there. A lot of them are really hard to get for some reason, or they're like very uncommon. So to find this, and even the sticker labels on it are in great shape, that is insane. Last up for cassettes, right? Yes. Last one up is the Dubliners 25-year celebration. This is, if you obviously notice, this is massively bigger than a normal cassette. And this is a double album, or double cassette album. Let's open this up. Got this for like $3. Now one of the little middle tabs did come snapped off, but I'm gonna leave that up to shipping, like it happened during shipping, because this was shipped insanely well, like in cardboard, in bubble wrap, all that stuff. So we have all that there. Then we can pull these out. I have a picture of the group there. It's hard to find a lot of Dubliner stuff. I only have one album with there, like one vinyl. So I figured cassette is cool. I'm gonna grab that and pick it up. So that is it for cassettes. Let me switch it over here so I don't drop anything by accident, which is bound to happen. First CD in the collection is actually one of my own that I decided to get pressed up just to see how it would look. This is under the text file editor name. This is Boardwalk Volume 1. Now, this is a interesting album. What this whole entire series is mainly I'm finding old radio stations, broadcasts from like the late 80s, early 90s stuff, and I just warp them and just do what I want with them pretty much. And that's kind of what this series is. It's not really, it's more mixtape based, and that's kind of what I have them as. But also, like, it's like an old, like it looks like an old Windows 95 window with how it looks. And that's the back, and that's all the info there. Let me show you the disc, because I feel like this came out insanely good. Like, look how cool that is. It has the text file editor logo. That's what a lot of the mixtapes will be. They'll just be the logo's head. I ordered 2 of these for myself. One so I could have sealed and one open, but they come in these little bags. They don't come shrink wrapped. Still pretty cool. Now these you might see around record stores sometime soon or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with them fully, but all I know is I can do that. So yeah, I'm going to do that. This one I got just recently. This is Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name CD single. This is super cool. It's a promotional copy. I love it. Like, it's a great addition to my Rage Against the Machine collection. It's kind of small, but it's still there. music. Cool. Then we have Blind Melon's self-titled. Been meaning to get more into them, so I figured for a couple bucks, why not pick up the CD just to have it? Because, hey, it's awesome. And then this one, I only picked this up because I had this as, like, when I was younger. This is, like, pretty much the first CD of my music that I liked. So, yeah, judge me, whatever. Hilary Duff's Metamorphosis. I don't care what the hell you're gonna say, it was good back then. And I picked it up because I wanted to try to collect a lot of, like, CDs and all from when I was younger that I didn't really care about or notice, and they kind of just got trashed and lost to time. So for only, like, $1 or $2, why not pick it up? Then we have, I don't remember if I talked about this last month or whatever, I'm talking about it again. The Black Crowes Shake Your Moneymaker. Definitely needs a new case, but pretty cool. Not a bad album, it's like country rock stuff or whatever. And then these, what are these? I'll go with this one next. This is, oh god, I forget how to say the name of it. Modest Mouse. It looks like this is titled, or Sad Sappy Sucker. You can tell it's insanely hard to read. It's all this kind of insanely hard to read font and all that. Not that bad of an album, I just picked it up for the 50 cents, mainly. Then we have stuff from the Shadow Snuff tour that I went on. There was Scum, Lex the Hexmaster, Michael Lawless, Matt Belly music, stuff like that. And I picked up some exclusive there, and then 2 I didn't have. This was before it released, Michael Lawless and MC Welch's Carnival. It's a fairly good album. I picked it up because I like the guy, he's pretty cool. And then we have the 2 that I picked up to finish the collection. Lex the Hexmaster's Episode 3, Palace of Illusions, and Episode 4, Cathedral of Chaos. Now, these are both fairly good albums. Not my favorite in the episode series or whatever this is. Whatever kind of series this is. But they're not bad, and I can't have an incomplete collection myself. It would bother me too much. And then we have probably my favorite pickup, which is Scum's Bad Uncle. Now, a lot of these are staying sealed just because I'm a sealed CD collector. Now, awesome, this has stuff like, it obviously has Bad Uncle, it has Way Too Found featuring Small Ones, Sick Puppy with Darby O'Trill, the selectors of Ouija Mac, and then at the very end, bonus physical track, Ain't Shit. So, fairly good CD haul. I'm going to be going to a concert hopefully in a couple weeks, like maybe 2 weeks or something. So I'll be picking up more there for that. Now this one, I don't remember if this is all of the records I got, but this is a good chunk of them. Or at least the ones I remember. So we have White Witch, A Spiritual Greeting. Pretty interesting album, I just had to pick it up. This is only one of 2 of the albums they've ever made. I remember really liking this, and I think I only paid $15 for this. Okay, you can see it on there. It's on Capricorn Records. It's not a promotional. I thought it was at first. Then I'm like, nope. It is an early pressing, though. I believe, like, it's from the first run or whatever. It might be like a different pressing plant. But I know it's insanely early. Come on, get in there. Yep, there we go. There's that. Oh god, they're typing. Then we got, this one came on eBay. I was so excited to find this. Robbie O'Connell's Love of the Land. Such a great album by his, and the second album I was able to find of his. And they both have the little corner cuts. It has stuff like, obviously, Love of the Land. Some of my favorite songs on there are, Full Moon Over Managua and The Last of the Gleeman, which I just thought, hey, they're pretty interesting ones. Let's do that. Whoever packed this did an amazing job. So they packed it in one of these little anti-static sleeves and a paper sleeve. It's on the green linen label. I think it paid maybe $10. Which for me, I like this stuff. It is 100% worth it for me. To be able to add something this odd to a collection. For some reason, a lot of his music, just other than a couple compilations, is not on Spotify. It's hard to look up and research. So to be able to find that, hell yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. And we have probably one of my favorite record store pickups before the yard sale stuff comes in. The Good Rats, self-titled. This, I was not sure about it. I just saw this for $10 and it's from the 60s. I had to pick it up. It's super, super interesting. I'm gonna open it up. Fold. You see, obviously, there's the whole rat, and then the tail's on the inside. That has it has a lot of really good songs in here, honestly. Like Joey Ferrari, Anybody Got the Time, The Truth Is Gone. So a decent setup of actual like songs on here. But the best part about it comes when you look at the label. If you look up, flipping on this side. Look up where the serial number is. It says radio. What is that? Radio station copy. So this is a promotional copy, and I think this, if I'm correct, this is one of the first runs, like first pressings of this album. Not 100% sure, but I am like 90% sure, because some of the stuff is just, it's hard to document a lot of stuff that's non-80s and above, just because of having no barcode. You have to really rely on like matrix codes, like the runouts and all that stuff, and it can get tricky if you don't know what you're doing. Like I'm still learning after 7 years of learning this stuff, so that just shows you. And then we have, these are all yard sale finds. I'm gonna say this now, all yard sale, amazing finds. First up is the Rolling Stones' Out of Our Heads. It's on a maroon looking London label, which awesome, and it is in mono. I have like 5 copies of this album now, but I had to pick it up. It does have some damage, like a staple through Charlie Watts' head, but it doesn't go through the whole record. It doesn't go through anything other than the front piece, so I can remove it easily. And then we have someone cut out the back photo. But still, for a couple bucks, can't beat it. Well, normally that would be like $10 in a store. Then we have, which is crazy, the Beatles, Abbey Road, $4. I picked it up for. Amazing. Like, how do you even find it? And it's in great shape. Like, obviously some of these, like the Stones one, is a bit dusty and a bit scuffed. Like, they're not going to be amazing. I'm going to say that now. They ain't going to be amazing. But for that to be that good, that is impressive. And we have a copy of Revolver. I will be taking the shrink wrap off, only because I have realized with a lot of older ones that are like open shrink wrap like this, they can damage it a lot more than they can help it. So it's like, I'd rather just put it in the sleeve. But this is a misprint, I believe. Like, if you look at, it's like covering a lot of this stuff. The bottom is up a bit more than it should be. Even on the back you can tell, because of like the little white strip at the back. But then the actual spine is on the back. There is nothing on the actual spine of it. It's just solid. So it's crazy. And then let's take a look at this one. Is this one in okay shape? Yep, on a Capital Rainbow label, just a bit of smudges. Which, for smudging, I don't care. That can get wiped off, that can get cleaned, whatever. The shrink wrap is going to be tough because someone taped it to the inside of the sleeve. So I'm going to have to, like, really focus to get it off. Or at least pull most of it off and leave the little pieces. I'll figure it out. Now the last piece for today, which is probably the most interesting. I had sold this for $20 3 years ago because I picked it up for $0.25. This is George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. Now this is probably my favorite album by him. Like, damn near no questions asked about it. Now what's even more interesting, it has all the records in it, obviously. They're all in the original sleeves. But the best part about it is what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to slide that up. I have to slide back to show you, because it is massive. There it is. The poster. Let me... Look how insanely cool that is. Oh my god, I'm folding it back up because I'm scared it'll break. Like, it has, like, where the corner folds are, Obviously, there's a little bit of, like, just not tearing, but, like, it's just wearing out, so you can kind of see a little mini hole forming. That was only $3. Now, for nowadays, I've been seeing those go for, like, well over $30, even up to $50 sometimes. And I've never seen one with the poster ever. Even the one I sold did not have the poster. That's why it was $20. But still, amazing find. I am so happy to have that back in my collection. That will do it for the month of August. Hopefully the one for September will be more on time, but you never know. If you like this video, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do it again. See you in the next one.